Before I hand over to Clément and Patrick for our conversation about why the Swiss Post has chosen Grafana Cloud, I want to mention again that we have a chat open for everyone. So if you have any questions throughout the sessions, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat and we will address them afterwards in the Q&A part. Handing over to you, Clément.
Thank you. But it's mostly going to be for Patrick then. So good morning, Patrick. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So let's start with one simple question. Could you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Patrick Mischler. I'm 3 years plus with Swiss Post now. I'm an observability engineer and also the platform architect for the observability platform at Swiss Post. And we operate multiple observability tools, and Grafana is one of the important ones because it connects a lot of data together. And yes, it's widely used at Swiss Post.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get started with the core of the topic then. So first of all, what was the challenge or the challenges you wanted to solve with Grafana Cloud?
I think we can start with our primary challenge. We had Grafana Enterprise Managed, and it was growing, and we also had some feature requests in regards of handling traces. And this caused an operational burden to maintain our self-managed instance. And so we looked at the solutions we can have, and Grafana Cloud presented itself to us. And yeah, we wanted to take also advantage of new features which are included in Grafana Cloud as machine learning with predictions, and also applications for different technologies like Kubernetes. But we also had some architectural challenges. We had a huge organization concept in Grafana Enterprise, and we decided to merge this to one single stack in Grafana Cloud, but it worked out fine. One of the greatest challenges was to manage the notification policies, but we can handle this now with a Terraform automation, which works very well. And currently we have a base around of 1,000 active users per month. And yes, that's it. It's used for dashboarding, but also for alerting, which is quite important for us. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So you had a scale challenge. And
Yes.
so why did you decide to use Grafana Cloud then? What were your decision criterias for that?
Yeah, decision criterias were we already had Grafana, so it was the solution to go. It was already established, and we wanted to provide the same user experience to our users in the future. And this is why we have chosen to grow with Grafana Cloud, and also the extensibility with new backends for traces and logs and metrics. So we don't have to build these stacks by ourselves, which would have meant to be even more operational work for us. So, and also to scale all the things to fit the size. So, yeah.
Okay, so it was for the operational burden, the scalability, uh, all of
Right.
those criteria.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And also
Uh,
extensibility, yeah. And the new
Perfect.
features, of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. The advanced features like as you said. So once you have, once you choose Grafana Cloud, there is still, for any software, a key challenge is the adoption. So how is it going for you so far?
The adoption is going very well. We have more active users than we had on the enterprise version. I think we had around 500 users in enterprise, and now we have almost doubled it with 1,000 users per month. And the alerting is more extensively used. And we have just started with onboarding for traces. And we are also looking into provide the Locky as a log stack for our users. And yeah, it's going very well. And we have, when we did the migration, we have set our Grafana Enterprise to read only to ensure a smooth process in migration. So we don't have to migrate and migrate and migrate. So no new dashboards and data sources were being created, and also no new alerts. That helped us during the migration process. And we then also had the possibility to compare, have we migrated all things we need. We also had to do some scripting. I have mentioned it already. It was for the notification policy tree mainly, because this is managed as a single tree in Grafana, and we had to ensure that the teams can only edit their part, which they are responsible for, of this notification policy tree. But it worked all fine. We have also automated the onboarding process. We need or we use a folder structure. Each team has a top level folder, and all their stuff is organized in subfolders there. So the alerts and so on. And yeah, it's working pretty well.
Okay. You shared many learnings from the project. But would you have any insight for the audience? One key insight for anyone that is thinking about adopting Grafana Cloud, what would it be?
Yeah, I think if you don't have already done it, a key factor is automation. Try to automate as much as possible. And also consider if you want to use a multiple stack versus a single stack. We have chosen a single stack because of data democracy policy at SwissPost. So everything is accessible for everyone in terms of observability. And this makes it more simple in a single stack, because you have the same data source, not in multiple stacks and so on. It's easier to manage. But you, of course, you have more to do with role-based access control. That's a bit more complicated when you have a single stack. What you also have to consider is set clear expectations when you do the migration. As I said, we had set old environment to read only, and communicated a clear transition period. And this allowed us to verify or validate the both environments, so we didn't miss anything. Yeah. Yes, and always expect some minor issues, as in every migration. It's not Grafana specific. I think it's almost in every migration project. Plan for this ahead, so you don't have, or you have the time to care about this. and we had some issues with missing data sources. And what also was a bit of a challenge is managing the secrets for the data sources, because we could not migrate them directly. Yeah, this was one key aspect we had to consider.
All right. I think we could talk about that for hours. Like any big project has a lot. We can say a lot of things about them. I think we can conclude on that, and I'll hand
Perfect.
over to Marcel again.
Yes, thank you very much.
Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.